Good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. It's the 21st. Welcome to Medical Qigong. My name is Mary Frances. I am one of these students. It's so great to see everybody. Let's go ahead and get started with our warm-ups. Opening up to the left, I'm going to try to mirror you. And we're going to settle into the space. Relaxing the bottoms of the feet. Softening the knees. Relaxing the low back. Allowing the tailbone to drop just a little bit. Allowing the shoulders to relax. The tip of the tongue touching the roof of the mouth. Softening the jaw. And letting the very top of the head reach up into the sky. Bringing the hands into loose fists. We're going to start swaying from side to side. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. As we start to loosen up the back, maybe putting a little more momentum behind the twisting. Allowing the lead arm to start traveling up the torso. Going towards the opposing shoulder. And then allowing it to travel back down the body. Slowing the momentum. Releasing the hands. And coming back to the center. Widening our stance by stepping out to the left. We're going to start tapping the inner thigh and then up at the hip. Once again, relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the elbows, relaxing the wrists. And then transitioning, widening the stance a little further if you like. Coming down the inside of the legs towards just above the ankle or wherever it's comfortable for you. Before then working your way to the lateral aspect, the outside of the legs. Coming back on up towards the hips. Once you reach the hips and the glutes, sliding that left foot a little closer to the right, maintaining hip width, shoulder width distance. And then continuing on up to the low back. Warming up the kidneys. Waking up that kidney energy. Before then placing the palms at the low back, circling down the sides and up the spine. Resting the palms at the low back. Closing the eyes. Inhaling, guiding the breath and the chi to the low back, allowing it to fill up with energy. And then exhaling, allowing that energy to flow to wherever it's needed within the body. Inhaling, guiding the breath and the chi to the low back. Exhaling, allowing that energy to flow freely to wherever it's needed. Inhaling and exhaling at your own pace. Letting the mind focus on the breath. Letting the body relax. Allowing the breath to enter and leave the body freely. Gently opening the eyes, letting the arms come back down to the sides and closing by bringing that left foot back to the right. We're working on our Golden 8 series, 1 through 7. Opening up for the first one, reach for happiness, the lung and large intestine exercise. Settling into the space. Inhaling. And exhaling. In and out. Inhaling. And exhaling. In and out. Continuing on at your own pace, letting the breath guide the movements, letting the mind relax into the exercise. And getting ready to close. Closing. Opening for our second exercise for the heart and small intestines, the Archer exercise. Inhaling, exhaling, in and out. Inhaling and exhaling, continuing on, allowing each movement to flow into the next. And allowing the breath to carry the movement. Getting ready to close. Closing. Opening for our third exercise between heaven and earth. For our spleen and stomach. Inhaling and exhaling. In and out. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. In and out. Inhaling and exhaling. Allowing the breath to guide the exercise. Getting ready to close. And closing. Our fourth exercise, turn and look back for the San Jiao system. Inhaling and exhaling. In and out. Inhaling and exhaling. Continuing on. Allowing the mind to stay with the breath. Allowing the mind to stay with the exercise. Getting ready to close. And closing. Opening for our fourth exercise. The liver and gallbladder exercise. Sorry, fifth. We're on number 5. Our liver and gallbladder exercise. Twist and release. Inhaling. And exhaling. In. And out. And getting ready to close. Closing. Opening for our 6th exercise. Then for help for our kidneys and urinary bladder. Inhaling. And exhaling. In. And out. Inhaling. And exhaling. Inhaling. And exhaling. Inhaling back to standing. Continuing on. Keeping the tissues nice and relaxed. Not moving into pain. Working with the body, with the breath. Enjoying each separate element as they come together. Getting ready to close. Closing. And our 7th exercise, the energy punch. I'm going to angle off just a tiny bit. Opening. Inhaling. Exhaling. In. And out. Inhaling throughout the entire extension. Exhaling as we come back. Inhaling as we gather all that energy. Exhaling as we relax. And closing. Keeping the feet together. As we gather the energy, transferring some of it to the palms. Placing the palms, the lower dantian. Traditionally, men place their left hand first, right hand on top. Women traditionally right and then left. I'm not going to mirror you here, so we're all going to travel up our right and down our left 9 times. And then circling in the opposite direction, up the left and down the right. Also 9 times. And then resting the palms at the lower dantian, closing the eyes. Tip of the tongue is still touching the roof of the mouth. As we inhale through the nose, guiding the breath and the chi to the lower dantian. Exhaling, allowing it to settle and store so that we may use it throughout the rest of our day. Inhaling, guiding the breath and the chi to the lower dantian, allowing it to fill up with energy. Exhaling, allowing it to settle and store so that it may be used throughout the rest of the day. Inhaling and exhaling at your own pace. Allowing everything to quiet. And allowing yourself to come to stillness. Thank you guys so very, very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Henry, please take over.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to our class today. It's so great to see you guys. I want to talk a little bit about the spring season. Okay, technically we're still in spring, and I want to talk about how that relates to Qigong and Chinese medicine. So we look at everything as energy, including the seasons and where we are. So we're still technically in spring right now. In Chinese medicine, springtime, early spring starts back in February, around February 4th. And the start of summer, the early summer is May 5th. So if you're in Los Angeles like I am, you'll notice that things are starting to warm up. Things are starting to turn into the summer season, but it's still technically spring right now, okay? And spring for us is the organs of the liver and gallbladder. It is the wood element in Chinese medicine in the 5-element theory. So this is a time that things are getting back into life. Things are sprouting up. So if you look at like the hillsides, the ground, things are turning very green. You might also see some wildflowers blooming at the moment. Okay, so that's all signs of the spring energy that's happening. Okay, within us, that energy is also reflected, like we want to get things done, we want to move ahead in our lives, we want to start new projects, we want to go out, okay? So it's quite a difficult time for most of us because we're told to stay at home, right? When we don't have to work, or most of us are working at home, or unfortunately some people are also laid off at the moment or don't have work. So that's frustrating, and actually that energy of frustration is very much a spring and liver type of energy. So it's like bottled up, like you're trying to expand, you're trying to grow, and you feel like you're cooped up. And this containment really stagnates the liver energy, okay? So we do Qigong to help us express some of that liver energy, some of that frustration, and that frustration turns to anger. So we're trying to express that as well, trying to let that out, let that go. So energetically, emotion-wise, that's how Qigong can really help, is to help you let go and vent some of this excess wood energy that we have right now, but it also helps you focus. So even though most of us are staying at home, there's things that we can still do to help us move along with our purpose, with our path, with things that we want to do in our lives. So whatever you can do while you're at home, please do, because that will serve your liver and wood energy. And that includes not just people with excess. So we look at things that are excess and things that are deficient, okay? So excess means you have too much of this energy and it's cooped up and you need to express it. On the other hand, there's also folks who have a lack of this wood energy. Maybe they lack the focus, they're not sure what to do, they're indecisive. If you're in that category, you also should be doing a lot of wood and liver type exercises. So within the context of what we're learning and practicing now in the Golden 8, the exercises that would be most appropriate for wood and liver and gallbladder is exercise number 5. Okay, that's the twist and release exercise, where you got your hands on your side and you're turning, pushing forward, and then looking back over your shoulder for the stretch. Okay, that's a great exercise right now to do, to express and to hone and to focus that wood energy. The second exercise in this series that's really good is the exercise that we just learned on Saturday and that we've been practicing the last exercise, which is energy punch, okay? Wood energy goes into the eyes. So in this exercise, when you're punching, you really want to focus, you really want to find that one spot that you're punching towards and generating energy that way. So those are the two. And as I said before in a previous class, you don't have to do the same amount of repetitions for each exercise when you're practicing. Now, in our practice class in the morning, we're tending to do that. But when you're practicing at home, and especially when you feel more that liver energy that needs to get out, please feel free to practice more of number 5 and number 7 in the series to really help you with that liver energy. Okay, so that's my take on it. How hard should we
Oh,
punch? Gary asks on number 7. Very hard. Okay, you really want to focus. You really want to feel like when you're punching, okay, when you're punching, like all of your energy is in that punch. So you really want to single it out, focus it, and bam, okay, at that very last moment, like you're kind of slowly coming in and then boom. Okay, so you feel all the energy just go right into the punch.